Hey YouTube, it's Nikki D, and I came to y'all today to talk to y'all about somebody who is a subscriber of mine, and she asked me to do this video, so I'm doing this video for you. You know who you are. She asked me to remain anonymous, so I will respect that. Um, so basically, the question she had to ask was, how did I come out to my family, and how did they take it, and uh, I guess any advice that I would have. And so I'm going to answer those each in order. So, how did I do it? How they react, and my advice. Basically, okay, for me, I knew my family. I personally, I will put a disclaimer on this video that, um, I think that everybody's situation is very different. Everybody's families are really different. So like you can't really go off of one person's family and say like, "Ooh, this is what happened with this person. This is going to happen to me." This person faced like total rejection from their family, so I'm going to face blah face total rejection from my family, or vice versa. You can't say if this person had really good results, so that means I'm going to have really good results. But what happened with me was pretty simple. I remember I came out and my family was like, well, fine. You want to be who you are, but just don't flaunt yourself. That was their motto about everything. It's just don't flaunt yourself. So, and I come from a really religious family where it's either, um, or it's all one way or all another way. There's never really a gray area or an in between area. Um, so for me, it was just like, I knew that there was a humongous chance that they wouldn't accept me for being trans um simply because of how they were about me being gay, or when I thought I was gay. Um Anywho, I went on to just separate myself from them, and I distanced myself. I got my own place. I paid my own bills. I got to a place in my life where I didn't have to ask or depend on them for anything. And then we ended up having a death in my family. And it was like the first time I'd seen my family in like a good maybe year or so. I don't know. I hadn't really been around them, but it was my first time being around them in that long, and I had been so far in my transition. I hadn't yet started hormones, but I didn't have any more boy clothes. I was all out of boy clothes. And my mother had called me and she asked me, uh, you know, you're going to be around your uncles and all of them, and you know how they are. So why don't you go on ahead and tone it down for this weekend? And I thought to myself, tone it down. I was really offended by it. And mostly because, like my thinking process is if you're my mother and you accept me, how would you not allow anybody else to accept me? Or how would you, allow anybody else to be a certain way to where they wouldn't accept me exactly as I am? But that is neither here nor there. That's a whole different issue. Anywho, I ended up telling her I don't have any boy clothes to wear to his funeral. So either I go as I am or I don't go at all. And I went as I was. And so I went as I was and it was okay. And um I actually have pictures from that day when I went and what I wore. Everybody had their own opinions that they did not hesitate to share with me. And I think the best advice that I received and that I think is worth passing on is this is if you're going to do what you're going to do it and do it the best you can. Don't hold back because you think somebody else is going to feel a certain way about it. Um, and this was told to me by my aunt. She said, she told me, I don't agree with what you're doing at all. But at the same time, Um, I can't accept it if you don't accept it, basically. So that is my advice. Other people can't accept who you are until you accept who you are, until you accept who you are and own it. And really, and when she said that to me, that was the determining factor on how I was going to go to my uncle's funeral, because I was going to go buy a whole new outfit and all that jazz. And she told me that, and it was like an aha moment. It was like, whoa, you are so right. Like, nobody's going to accept me if I turn around and go dressed like a boy for this occasion, and, you know, then turn around and start dressed like a girl. People won't respect me. And so when she told me that, I said, huh, wow, I'm going to do that. And I did. And I have done it, well, for the longest time before that, but, ever since then. And, for me, there was only one person who I cared about, their opinion or losing their respect or whatever, and I didn't. She loved me regardless, and she showed me the true meaning of unconditional love, and how to have that for somebody else, and how to have it for myself, and how unconditional for me her love was. And because I didn't lose that, the ones that I did lose, the ones that wanted to have their perfect Christian life and do what they wanted to do, it was okay. I was okay with that. That was okay with me, that they went to go do what they wanted to do, that they didn't want to be around me. I don't need you to be around me. There was only one person in my life and my family that I needed to be around me, and she was. And she was there for me, and she was just beautiful, I think, in every way of the word. And showed me again what it really means to love and love somebody completely. So, that being said, that was the experience that I had coming out to my family. I will also, another piece of advice I will give is to have strong supports around you. Like, have people around you that are really supportive, that are going to be there for you, that you at least feel are going to be there for you for a while, until you can just be there for yourself. Um, Again, I will reiterate that this was my experience, my personal experience, what happened with me. It's not an instruction manual. It's not like, I'm saying, go out and do this right now and do this and do that. No, I'm saying this is what happened for me. And my advice would be, get really comfortable in yourself, get comfortable in who you are. And, because if you're not comfortable with who you are, other people can't be. If you're not okay with being a transgendered woman here in America or wherever you may be, nobody else is going to be ready for you either. Um, yeah, and that is really kind of the base of, and the bulk of what I have to say about that. I really hope that this was a helpful video, and if you liked it, push the thumbs up button, the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't be scared. Go ahead and subscribe. All right, this has been your girl, Nikki D. Mwah.